And back to the breath. And experiment a little bit with if it helps to count the breaths, counting from 1 until 10 and going back to 1, or going back to 1 every time you're distracted. But just experiment if it helps to count your breaths. And gradually shift your focus back to awareness of feeling. Again, starting by just identifying it and focusing on it. No analysis at first, just watching. And as you start to clarify the aspect of the mind that is feeling, begin to ask it questions. So start by asking, who is it that's having this feeling? Who is it? Is it the one that is labeling what the feeling is? Is that the one having or containing the feeling? Who is it that is feeling? Is it the one that observes the whole process? introspection. Who is it that is feeling? Is it the one moving towards or away from the feeling? That mental factor of intention. Is that the experiencer? What part does feeling start from? Where does it start? Is feeling the self, the me, the I? Am I sensation? Experience? And experiment what it feels like to rest on the idea that feeling is having feeling. Experience is being experienced, but there is no separate, extra experiencer or container. Feeling is feeling. What impact does that thought have on your mind? And feeling is feeling, not without relying on other mental factors. It definitely depends on other mental factors and conditions both outside and inside. But that arisal itself doesn't have a self. Feeling doesn't have a self. Self is labeled on the feeling, together with so much else. And what if feeling doesn't start from anywhere because it's beginningless? What if you could never find the initial source that led you to this moment? Without having perfect omniscience or clairvoyance, you could never see all of the countless influences on it. Supports for it. And so what does it feel like to rest on the idea that this present moment of feeling is a result, but I can't really know all of the causes. I can just rest in the idea there were countless causes, none of which were independent. So this moment is the result of something, the effect of something. And then how I respond to it creates the cause for the future. Do I want the same future experience as I'm having right now in the present? Or would I like something different? If we want something different, we need to create the causes for something different. But how can we do that if we don't know what all the causes should be? And what if we made it very simple? Positive, beneficial actions have the result of happiness. Negative, destructive actions wind up giving us suffering. Therefore, my present time response, if it's positive, it will lead to happiness. If my present time response is negative, it will lead to suffering. And the way that I know if it's positive or negative is whether or not my mind is disturbed. If the mind is disturbed, we know there is a negative state of mind, together with all the other mental factors influencing them. And if the mind is peaceful and reflects clearly, a negative state of mind is less present. More likely, a positive state of mind is the influencer. And just explore what impact those ideas have on your mind. Bring in some analysis, pull them apart. My present moment is a result of the past. My future is based on how I respond in the present. Feeling is just old negative karma or positive karma ripening. Feeling is where karma is experienced in the most obvious way. Intention is what creates the new karma. What you decide to do with that feeling. So imagine shifting from our obsession with feeling to structuring and developing our intention. Imagine a conscious shift. Feeling is felt, but no longer the dominator. Direct your dominance to intention. Choice. Okay, 1 minute break.